What's up, guys? What is happening? Louis Galt here. Welcome back to the channel as always. Today we are going to go through a step-by-step tutorial of how I build out my weekly newsletter inside of kvCORE. So this is going to be a super long video, but it's designed to be a step-by-step follow along. Okay, it's not like a highlight kind of clickbait video. This is like step by step. So what you want to do in this video is follow along, pause where you need to pause, do the work, come back, unpause, get to the next part and go through it. Okay, so it's designed to help you build out a newsletter from scratch and then send it off to all your people. Now, newsletters are a bit of a dying art. I feel like they're getting forgotten about in the industry, but for me, I get a lot of business from this and I keep a lot of retention with my clients and past clients and all that good stuff. So for me, it's well worth like the 20 to 30 minutes every week that I have to put into it, because what you'll see is we're going to build out a template. And then this is the longest part. It might take a little bit to build out, like an hour, hour and a half or something. But then from there, every week it's just like a 20-minute updating the information and then send it out. Super duper simple. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're not trying to get crazy. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. If you haven't been here already, go ahead and subscribe. What are you doing? But let's go ahead and jump in. All right, we are in the computer inside the kvCORE. So let me show you what we're going to end up with by the end of this, okay? This is going to be like a step-by-step tutorial. So feel free to pause it as we're going along, follow along, do your thing. I'm going to show you exactly how to make this from scratch so that you can have this as a template and throw it out and do your own thing, okay? So here's what mine looks like. We have our header at the top, an image with Mackenzie, my beautiful wife, and myself with our logo, Denver in the background, Denver relocation specialist. I'm probably going to change that at some point, but whatever, it's fine now. And then we scroll down, we have just a headline grab of what's going on in Denver. Or this could be something that we're doing like with a nonprofit, or it could be something with our family. Whatever it is, you can change this, chop and change this. You'll see the subject line is Denver home values up by 400 billion. This is what this article is about. I'm going to show you how to find those articles and put them in there super easy with a nice image of Denver. Then we have our weekly market snapshot, which is huge. A lot of people really like to look at this. So we have new listings, pending homes, closed homes, price reductions, and back on market. Can't forget to put our little logo in there. Then we have homes for sale. These are all clickable links. So if you click on any of these links, it takes you to the front facing side of kvCORE and it will pull up the place that you're just clicked on. I'll show you how to do that. Then just a little, hey, any questions? Then for us, we have a YouTube video in here. This could be any kind of media that you want, but we have a bunch of client-based YouTube videos that we kind of circulate in there. Then social media, I don't know why they're not in the center, but they certainly should be. Schedule a call, that goes to our Calendly link, and then just a little signature, and we are a done deal. So it's super simple, and that's the whole point of this. The whole thing is that no one wants to read like 12 articles. No one's going to click on them. And you know this yourself because you probably get emails from lenders or title or whatever, and you'll maybe click on one thing, but probably not that many. So we're not going to put a ton of articles because it's just a waste of time and it takes way too long. So I changed 3 things every week in this email, and 3 things only. The 3 things are the quick headline, update the snapshot, and then a different video, and that's it. Everything else stays exactly the same. So you build a template and you just change those 3 things every week. All right? Okay, let's get started. So here is what you're going to do. You're going to come into kvCORE, just click on marketing, and you're going to go to smart campaigns. All right, from here, you're going to click on templates. And we're going to go to add a template. You're going to click on email template. And then once we're in here, we're going to click advanced editor. This is going to pop up and say, hey, are you crazy? Then we'll say yes. and then it's going to let us start from scratch. You don't have to click this because it is start from scratch already. So we're going to go ahead and save this just so we know. So let's, this is just a template name just for your, so you can find it and stuff all the time. So let's just type in weekly newsletter. And then the subject line, I change the subject line every week when I'm sending this out. But if you were going to keep it the same every week, you could do like Louis' weekly update or whatever. Okay. But just know that that is what people are going to see. Now you'll have the option to change it every time as you send it out. So don't stress too much about this. You can just keep it whatever. Okay. All right. Now, one thing to note as we're going to start here is we have to do everything inside this tiny little window inside the kvCORE, which is super annoying. I don't know why they don't have a full screen version where we can just blow up and kind of work on this like a regular human being. But for some reason, they've put us inside a little box and an even smaller little box right here to work in, which is annoying. But we're going to only have to do it once to do the whole thing. So it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to start with that image up at the top. So this could be your signature, could be a picture of your beautiful face, it could be whatever. So all we're going to do is we're going to click on image. We're just going to drag that over where it says drag it here. Boom, click. Excellent. First step done. Now we need an image to do this. We do all of our stuff in Canva. So if you don't have Canva, it is a free tool. You can sign up for a free account and it doesn't cost you anything. We have a pro account because we did like our branding on here. We use it for, a ton of different things. I think it's pretty cheap. Well, let's just show you actually pricing. Pro pricing is 119, like 120 bucks a year. So monthly is like 13 bucks. For us, we use it so much that it's worth it. We use it for business cards, logos, printing off, whatever, business, clothing, like all that stuff. So we use it for everything and all our YouTube thumbnails and everything like that. So if you don't have it, get it. You can get it for free. You do not need to pay for it. Now, we are just going to go ahead and get a little logo going in here or a picture. Now, I'm just going to pull up ours, which is right here. We did this ourselves, but you can also get these from like someone on Fiverr, whatever. So I would advise having your logo or a picture. It's good to have a picture of your face, even though like you hate doing it. It's nice to have a picture of your face because there's not going to be too much of that in the newsletter every week. So even just this dumb picture of us, me and my beautiful wife, Mackenzie. I mean, I'm making a dumb face. I think I'm cracking a joke because I hate getting my picture taken. So, you know, this is what it is. But Denver in the background, our logo, Denver relocation specialist. We're changing that. I don't really like that. But anyway, as you can see, it kind of shows you what we do, who we are, family-based, Denver. Okay, so you would go, once you've got your picture or your logo, whatever, and if you don't have one yet, you can go to templates inside of Canva. And right here you could search for logo, see what comes up in templates, and you could pull one of these, copy it, put your photograph in, whatever that looks like. Okay, so whatever it is you're going to do, just grab it and download it. Okay, so you're going to download it as a PNG. Click here, PNG file, and download it. I already have it downloaded. So we're going to go back into kvCORE. Once you have your image, whatever that is, just click on Browse. And if you don't have the picture already in here, you're going to click on Upload and just pick the file. So it's this one, click that. It's going to upload and it's over here. And I'm just going to say Insert, skadoosh, and we're done. Step one. Excellent. We have our image. Now we're going to start adding on underneath. You can do a couple things here. You can do like a little separation, where is it? A divider, which kind of looks nice and pretty. If you do it right there, it just puts like a little faint line underneath to separate out the boxes. So they look pretty cool, nice to do. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add in our little blurb about your city or what's going on in your business or something you've done recently. Now, it's hard to keep tabs a lot of time on like what's going on in your city. You might be so busy doing deals or so busy doing other stuff that you're like, what is happening in Denver? So I find the best way to do this is to go into Google and search for Google Alerts. Google Alerts. Boom, and they come up here. Now, Google Alerts are super handy because it keeps on top of things for you. So, for instance, for me, in this newsletter, I typically want to put things about Denver real estate. So I'm going to click in here, Denver real estate, enter. Now, as you can see, all of the like news and stuff for Denver real estate comes up here, which is awesome. And you can get this sent directly to your inbox. So if you go to options here, you can do once a day, once a week. You can click the sources that it's coming from, like news, blogs, whatever. I just keep it on automatic. I put United States. I don't know why, but I just do. And then you can click all results or only the best results. All results is going to be a nightmare. That's going to like, your inbox is going to be like, brrr. So don't do that. Just click on the best results and deliver it to your email, or you can do an RSS feed. I just do my email because it's super handy. So you would just go to create alert, and then once a day or once a week, whatever you choose, all of these articles just come in a nice email that looks exactly like this. So it's cool because now you don't have to like try and search for everything that's going on, like all the latest news in your area. It just pops up into your email and you can click it and check it out. Okay, so what I typically do is look through it when it comes in and be like, okay, what are kind of like interesting articles here? Like what do people actually really want to kind of know about a little bit? And then I'll just kind of look at the article and get some information from it. So now here's one thing. Like experts anticipate price climb due to historic low inventory. That's like a doomsday headline, so I'm not going to add in an article like that. Typically, I'm going to try and find an article which is kind of good news or like gives people a little bit of hope. I'm typically not going to give them a doomsday headline, okay? Like Denver area housing inventory hits record low for month of January. No, we're not going to do that. Now, of course, I tell my clients about that, but I don't want to just put that out there so people are like, forget it. So let's go ahead and click on one of these. Let's find a good one here. Okay, here we go. Denver average home price over $700,000. Whatever, it's fine. It's actually good information. It's not super doomsday, but it's a good piece of information to actually get. So here is a nice little trick for you. Here is what happens. When you click on a lot of these websites, this happened. Look at this. It tries to make you sign up to be a member to like read the rest of the article or get rid of this pop-up and stuff like that. Super. Look at all this. Block. Now, there's a way around this. Just don't tell anyone. There is a extension for Google Chrome called Go Full Page. I need to thank my brother, Mike Sherrard, for showing me this. Go Full Page. So GOFULLPAGE. It is a Chrome extension that you want. It is completely free, and this is what it does. So check this out. I can kind of read this article, but it's super annoying to have this up here. So I click on Go Full Page, and what it does, it captures the entire screen of this. Now look, these pop-ups, see how it keeps popping up like this? Well, once I get the actual finished PDF here, it'll show me the entire article without the pop-ups. I don't know what it's doing here. It must be, this must be a full, like, hella long page with a ton of articles on it. But you'll see here, when it's done, here we go. So it'll zoom in here on this PDF, and you'll see the pop-ups at the top, but all the article is easy to read now, and we just scroll down it at our leisure. So it's a way around those pop-ups. There's so many places that you can get information from. I'm not going to pay $5 for each of them just to see an article. It's dumb. Anyway, we have our article, so let's have a look. So Denver home prices aren't supposed to rise during cold weather months. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through this article or whatever article is interesting to you about your market. And then I'm just going to put that at the top. So let's go back into kvCORE. And now I'm going to go to rows. And you can choose what you want to do here. If you want the picture to be kind of like smaller than a lot of text, do that. You can do like half and half right here, or whatever it is you want to do. For us, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do half and half just to make things easy. So I'm going to drag it right there. Now you can see it doesn't know what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to go back to content. I'm going to take the image, I'm going to put that on the right hand side. I'm going to put text and put that on the left hand side. You can do left, right, whatever. And now I have two nice little blocks right here. And I'm going to take the information I just learned about. Of course, you can get this from your MLS or title or whatever information you want to put in here. But we'll now put like, you know, Denver homes now at a median price of 700K. Boom, blah, 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 and go from there, okay? So whatever you're going to put. I don't write a ton. I just like kind of grab a headline so people are like, oh, that's pretty interesting, and then they keep scrolling down. Now for our image, I'm just going to download. I downloaded it already. I just go into Google, download an image of Denver, whatever. Here's an apartment building here, whatever. I'll just take that and I'll put an image in there. Now, what I like to do is make sure that my finishing text is in line with this. Why? Because I'm OCD, I guess. I just like it to look all nice like this, okay? So that's our kind of headline grabber, which is great, okay? So now we have our header and we have our headline right there. So it could be a market update, could be an update about you and your life, could be an update about whatever. The next row we're going to do is our clickable links for our home searches. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. We're going to click on button and drag this over. I'm going to have to put in a row here. So we're going to need a row. Now look at the rows that we're looking at here. You can get 4 things in a row. You can get like 6 things in a row, 3 things in a row. I like to do 3. I think it just kind of looks a little better. So let's take these 3. So we've gone to rows and we've got 3 and we're going to drag that in underneath. Okay. Now I should be able to go back and put that divider in here. I just want to do that because I hate when I can't do that. Oh, that's so annoying. Can I drag it there? Crapola. All right. Well, I guess there's not going to be a divider in there. Not a big deal. I think what I would do instead is just put like a text thing in there. Maybe I would divide it with a piece of text in here. So let's do another row right in here on top. And we're going to do text in there. Here we go. And we're going to say Denver home. No, here we go. Search for homes in your area or whatever. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to make it center, I'm going to bold, and I'm probably going to make this a little bigger. Let's go ahead and go here. There we go. Search for homes in your area. Nice and simple. Okay. You can divide this up a little bit different if you want, but it'll work. So here's what we're going to do. Now, this is the whole next part of what we're doing here. We're going to add in buttons. Okay. So these 3 are all going to be buttons. So I'm going to take a button, click it here. I'm going to take a button here. I'm going to take a button here. Now, it might depend on how many kind of parts of town you deal with or you want people to search for. So I'm going to pick 9 just because it will kind of look nice. Now, here's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to click on this row and I'm going to duplicate it and then same again. Okay, so you just want that little icon there and it'll duplicate it right here. So search for homes in your area, bum, 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 just like that. If you want, you can change the background color and the color of these buttons. So super simple. Row background color right now it's transparent. You could change that to yellow or whatever. Maybe this blue here. Let's do that. Click on this one, same thing. We're going to change the color to that blue. Now, if you have branded colors, you can add those in. Blue right there. The buttons. Now, okay, let's just show you what we're going to do here. So what I want is for people to be able to search in different areas. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to your front-facing website. All right. If you ever want to save this at any point and come back to it, you can click on Add Template, and it will just save it and keep it in there. Okay. So let's just have that. Boom. Okay, it's in there. Now, if you want to get quick access to the front part of your kvCORE, go up to the top right-hand corner, click on here, and we're going to go to this bottom one here, and it will open up your front-facing website. Awesome. Now, here's how we're going to add in those links. So I'm just going to search for Denver, because obviously our MLS covers a bunch of different areas, not just Denver. So let's just search for Denver, the city. I'm going to search. I'm not going to change anything in this search area like beds, baths, square footage, nothing like that. I just want Denver in general, okay? So now that we've got it here, I'm going to click on this link, copy, go back in here, and let's open up our template again. Now, if you've come out of it, you're just going to go back in here. So marketing, smart campaigns, templates, and then you're going to search for newsletter, or whatever you called the template that we were building. So it was weekly newsletter. Go back in and edit, and we are back. Okay. All right, so we'll go back down to our buttons right here, and we're going to click on this first one. All right. So on, you want to make sure the link type is open web page, and you're going to click on this URL and paste in the URL that you copied from the website. I leave all this back. You can change the color. So if you want that to be like white or black or whatever, then you could do that. Maybe let's just make them like this color. Doesn't matter. And text color as well. You can do all that. Spacing, I don't really touch any of this stuff because I don't want to mess with it too much. So all of this just works for me. I change the colors, and that's about it. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to change the text here. So I'm just going to double click that and click on Denver. Sweet. Okay. So the next one, I want to search for Aurora. So I'm going to go back into the home page of this. You can really click on it here. I just like to keep it clean. So I'm going to click on here, Aurora. Aurora City. Search. And then we're going to go ahead and copy that link. Come in here. Make sure that button is selected. URL. Paste. And then we're going to make this button the same color as that one, which was that one. And we're going to click on this, Aurora. And from here, you're going to just go ahead and do this. So whatever areas that work for you, there might be 9, there might be 3, there might be 2. I mean, who knows? It really depends how vast of an area you cover. But every time you're going to go back into your website, and you're going to click that, put in the city that you want. So say it's Evergreen, which is a mountain property here. Evergreen, that's going to pop up. There we go. We're going to go ahead and copy here, paste. I'm going to change the button color to whatever color I want. Click on here, Evergreen. Boom, and it's just as easy as that. And the reason you want to do this from your website is that people are going to click on your website. You don't want to link this to Zillow or your MLS or anything like that. You always want this, keep this in-house so that when people click things, they come onto yours. So the other thing about this is if someone forwards that newsletter to their friend who isn't inside of your kvCORE CRM already, if they click on and start looking for houses, you can set it up so they can look for like 2 homes, and then it'll ask for their information to keep on looking, kind of like what those articles did to us. But we're doing it, so we're okay. And then, of course, they fill in their information, and now they're a lead on your kvCORE, and they're going to get your weekly newsletter. So there's a kind of method to the madness here. And also, you can just keep tabs on what your current clients are looking at. Okay, so I'm not going to do the other 6 buttons here, just because you know now what we're doing. So if you want to pause this and go ahead and do that with all of your places that you service, then go ahead and do that, and then you can come back to the video and we'll go through everything else, okay? But I'm just going to leave these as button, 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 okay? Just so you know what that looks like and how to do it all, okay? Remember, you can customize these colors, you can customize the background. If you just want to keep it plain white, then you could just keep it nice and simple like that. Whatever you want to do is going to work, okay? So this is something that's going to stay the same every week. So go ahead and make sure you do that properly, and then unpause, and we'll go into the next section, all right? Go ahead and get that done. So after all your homes are for sale, I like to put in another text box here. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead to rows. Then we're going to go for this big row. We're going to put it in underneath, and we're going to go text, and we're going to drag that in, boom, right here. And I like to just put in like contact us now or whatever, just to add in your information, just a little kind of call to action. Contact us now for home tours or whatever. And then you can put your number, boom. And then, of course, I like to center that, bold, and then we'll go and make this big again. Oh, a little too big. Boom, there we go. So it just breaks things up and kind of lets them know that we're ready for the next section here. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our next section here. And we're going to do a weekly market snapshot. Now, this is actually the thing that takes up the most time every week, kind of to put this together. And sometimes I like to put it up top as well. It really depends what you want to do, but we're going to add it in here. So let's kind of come out of kvCORE. Now, we're going to do this with 2 things. We're going to do it with Canva, and we're going to do it with your MLS. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up our MLS here. All right, so we're in our MLS. I imagine yours probably looks similar to mine wherever you are. Wherever it is, you just want the 7-day report, okay? So I have like a market watch set up for 7 days, okay? Now, it doesn't matter what day you run this on, just make sure it's consistent every single week, okay? So if you do it on a Tuesday one week, next week you do it on a Friday, it's not going to be an accurate depiction of actually what's going on. So I do this every Tuesday because my newsletter goes out on Wednesday. So 7-day report, and it has obviously new listings, coming soons, on market, increase, pending, whatever. These numbers are so crazy. 930 new listings, but 1,300 pending. Oh gosh. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this information and we're going to add it into Canva. Okay, so we're going to go back into Canva, which is awesome. And there are graphs you can do. So we're not going to use this one because I want to show you how to do it from scratch. So I want to design a, let's see, pie chart. I think that's what you call it, pie chart. So I'll search for that inside of Canva. Let's see what comes up here. Aha, yeah, this is it. So I use this one. You can do it with any of these just to make them look super cool. That one actually looks pretty cool too. But I use this one and it's free, so you can use it too. So I'm going to click this. And I don't know what they use this for, but we are going to kind of change all of these. Now, you don't need to do too much change in here. You just need to change the information. Oh, this is like productivity, which is pretty cool too. Now, if I click on the middle here, you can see on the left, it comes up and says item number 1 is 5, item number 2 is 10, whatever that looks like for you. So I'm just going to change these just so I know what I'm doing here. So I'm going to say new listings, and this isn't going to come up on the chart. It's just going to let me know like what the information is I'm doing. Can I drag this over a little bit? No. That's okay. I'm going to say pending. I'm going to say closed. I'm going to say back on market and price reduction. Okay, so that's going to be my numbers. And now, obviously, you'll have information. Once you can do this every week, you can add in percentages too, and I'll show you kind of what I do with mine. But for right now, we're just going to add in simple numbers, okay? So let's go back to our MLS and have a look at what we got. So new listings, 930. So I'm going to go 930. Oops. 930. And we'll just type in here, new listings. Oh crap, I keep forgetting I have to. New listings. And make sure that you upload this as well, okay? So you have to change it in here because watch what happens here. See this little sliver of pink right here? If once I hit enter, it changes. Now I've got a massive amount of pink, okay? So as these numbers change, you can see that this pie chart actually does it properly like a real pie chart, which is super cool. Okay, so let's look for pending. What we got? Pending 1321. So I'm going to type in here 1321. Pending sales. Okay, then I'm going to click in the center again. 1321. Okay. Then don't worry about this too much here. We're going to clean this all up in a minute here. Don't worry, don't stress too much about it. Then I'm going to go to closed 953. So I'm going to go 953. Closed homes. And click in the center. Closed 953. All right. Then back on market. 112. So let's click on this. 112. Back on market. Click in the center. 112. All right. And then last one is price reductions. You can do as many as you want. I just do this many. Price reductions 107. So let's just click on here. 107. Click price reductions. Oops. All right, click in the center. 107. Now, the nice thing is this divides it all up from the total number into all these boxes. Okay, so now we're just gonna have to move these around a little bit. All right, so you see the the arrows coming out. I'm just gonna have to clean these up, and I just do it in reverse order so it keeps it clean. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. So price reductions was the last one. And these white dots here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these because they don't really do anything for it. It kind of almost confuses things a little bit here. Rid of them, rid of that, rid of this, kablam. So the last one we did was price reductions. So that is that last one right here. I'm going to take this little arrow, drag it, drop it so it's coming out of the black. I'm going to highlight these and bring it a little more over here. Okay, back on market was the other little one. I'm going to take that and I'm going to stretch this out a little bit. Here, drag, bring this up here. Okay, this big chunky one was closed homes. So check this out. We're going to have to flip this here. How do I flip it again? Position, that was it. No, it's not. Hold on. I know how to do this. Okay, so here's how we flip it. We just have to rotate it round. Boom. I'm sure you can just, oh, in fact, I bet you can just copy this one because I'm an idiot. Copy, paste. Oh, look at that. There we go. Yep, I'm an expert at Canva, guys. Expert at Canva. I'm going to take this, bring it over here, 953 closed homes. That's a big old chunk there. And then let's take these last two pending sales, bring it down. Oh, crap. And then I'm just going to move over new listings just so it's nice and clean. And there you have it. So now we have our graph. I'm just going to put in here Denver housing market snapshot. Boom. And I'm actually going to move this and this up a bit just to give it a little bit of breathing space. Let's take it up there. And let's take this one. Too many clicks. Take that up there. All right. Okay, so that looks pretty good. You can add in your logo as well and drop your logo in there. You can change these colors too. So if I click on this, you'll see the color comes up here. If you click here, you can change these so they do different kind of styles. So if I click this blue one, it'll change it to like this bluey color, green, like whatever you want to do here. You can change the colors and make it look super cool. So let's go ahead and do it like that, whatever, that looks cool. And you're good to go. So if you want to drop your logo in, you can do that too. I want to show you exactly kind of what I do here with mine. So I'm just going to go back to my actually one that I use. That's how you build it. You would just download it from there. But let me show you the one that I use week to week, because you don't have to go in and change that every single week. You can just go in and find this one that I just updated the other day. I'll come in here and I'll change it now. If you look at one thing I've got here, I have percentages as well. Okay, so you see I have my logo at the bottom, Denver Metro Weekly Snapshot. And from here, if I zoom in, you can see I do the exact number. I put the number in 1350, but I add the percentage. So plus 3% from last week. I do this for two reasons. One, it's kind of cool information just to see, you know, like new listings are down 17% from last week. It's good to kind of know these numbers, but also it shows people that you're actually updating things. Because if you just put numbers on there, it doesn't really show that you've done the work, if you know what I mean. That might sound silly, but I like to put the percentages in there just so people know that I'm weekly, I'm on top of exactly what's going on in the market. Okay, so once you've done that and you have that ready to go, you're just going to click on download, and not PDF. You want to come up and do PNG. Okay, PNG file, and you're going to download that and it will come down. All right, so that's how we do our snapshot. Back into kvCORE. Once that is ready, we are going to do just one line, drop it down here, and we're going to do an image. See what I mean about this scroll? It's a nightmare. Boom, and then from there, browse. And you, of course, would upload the snapshot you just did by clicking upload and finding the file. But I'm just going to add in an old one here. You would just insert that, and here we go. So it's looking good. Things are starting to look good. Now, one thing, I don't know why I did this backwards, but I like having this kind of more up top before they can search for homes. So I'm going to go ahead and just drag this. You can just click on this right here, and you can drag it to where you want it. So I want to be right there. There we go. That's what I want. So I want to have a little blurb, snapshot, and then you can start searching for homes. All right. So that is cool. We're looking good. And we've got our contact us for new home tours and all that good stuff. Okay, so we're looking good here. We're almost done. Now we're going to do one more piece of content. Let's go to rows. Now I'm going to add in a YouTube video here. Now, if you don't have a YouTube video, you could film one, obviously, or you can add in like something different that you like to put in there, maybe an article or another photograph or something. I like videos, obviously, as you know, so I put this in, but you can make this whatever you want. I'm going to do half and half again, drop it down. Here we go. I'm going to do content. Text on the left, and then I'm going to do video this time on the right. All right, so we're going to pick a video to go in here. And if you don't make videos, I mean, I would definitely strongly suggest it, but that's okay. You could put in anything else here, like another piece of content. I just think it's good to have a video on there so people can see you and hear you and get to know you, all that good stuff, you know. So I just add in YouTube videos that we have. Obviously, a lot of mine is tailored towards agents, but I would just go ahead and find, so let's go ahead and find like appraisal gaps. I can't spell appraisal. So that's the one we're going to take. Can I just copy this? Do I have to open it up? Meh. So I'm just going to take this video and drop it in because it's my most requested video, and most people don't kind of know what this is. Appraisal gaps, all that good stuff. Go ahead and mute this. There we are. And I'm just going to copy that link right here. And then we're going to add it in. So add in video URL, click, paste, and it'll just auto-populate right from there. Super cool. I really like how it does that. You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to drop a thumbnail in. It just goes ahead and generates that. You can change the kind of button you want here. So if you want to change like a different outline, rectangle, whatever, you know, you can do whatever you want, okay? And you can change the icon size and stuff like that. I don't really mess around too much with it. And then from here, I'm just going to put in a blurb saying, you know, if you're offering on a home, you probably have heard of appraisal gaps, however you spell it, and go from there. Also, just a quick tip, newsletters, everything I do pretty much, I proofread it with an app called Grammarly, because my grammar is absolutely tragic. It just is, it's terrible. I can't spell and I don't know where commas go and all that stuff. So I usually proofread things on Grammarly before I actually send them out. If you suffer from the same issues, there you go. Grammarly.com. So anyway, you know what I'm trying to say here, appraisal gaps, and then again, I'm going to make sure the text goes all the way down just because I'm like that. I'm probably going to put in this here, click here, or learn more here, and then I'll put in a little emoji hand right there. Boom. So there we go. That's video. That's my video is in, looking good. And then just looking at this, I really don't like that blue background. So I'm just going to change it to white just now, just because it's annoying me. That's just going to look a little bit cleaner. Okay, and from there, all we're going to do now is I'm going to add in one more row of content. Okay. Here's a big pointer for you. If you click X at any time and don't click like the green button, it's going to delete everything. So don't make the mistake that I just made by doing that. Anytime you try and click out of that and it comes up and says something, click the green button, it will save it. So we're right at the end. So I'm going to jump into my actual newsletter and show you the bottom part here. Oh my gosh. Save yourself. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. Okay, thankfully, my template, my original one is here, and you can see this exact same thing that I'm making. So, you know, I'm not blowing smoke here. This is exactly what I send out. Header, here was a lovely little Christmas picture. Look at my son, did not want to smile. Snapshot, homes for sale, little, have anything real estate callers. Look at that, appraisal gaps, it is there. And then from there, so next up, you guys know how to do all this already. I've got a little separation there. And from here, we have our content. And from here, all we have is our social. So I'm just going to kind of make a fresh one so you can see it. If I drag one in here and it's fresh, content, social, bring it in, and you can have these there. You just click on the actual one. You put in your Facebook URL. You can change all these as well. You can change this logo to switch from Facebook or Twitter to YouTube, if you click here, you can change the way that the logos look as well, which is pretty cool. I really kind of like those minimalistic ones too. But I'm going to delete Twitter because I don't have it. You can keep that and you can add on a new one. So if you use YouTube or you want to put your Spotify link there or whatever, you can, or WhatsApp, you can add them in there. And super simple, you're just going to click on that. Let's close that. You can just click on that Instagram one, add your Instagram URL, and people can click on it from there. Then last one, I have a schedule call button. So again, you guys know how to do that. Let's just go over it one more time. I'm going to close this section here. So again, you would just add in one of these. From there, you would just do a button right there. Schedule a call. And then from there, click on it. It's for me, I have a Calendly account. If you don't have one of these, you can go to Calendly. Again, it's free. You can pay to have more options available, but just to have the one option, totally free. So you can create an account here and create a Calendly thing. And what people will do is they actually book right into your calendar to speak to you and to book a call or whatever. So you just copy that link, come back here, put it into the URL. Now, when they click on that, it takes them straight to Calendly. They can book on your calendar. And then the last thing I have on here is just a little blurb here. Super simple. You guys know what to do now. You just drag in text. I just say, have a great week. We look forward to continue to serve you and your families, Lou and Mackenzie. And that is it, guys. So apologies about the end of that. I can't believe I clicked off that thing. Don't do that. Don't make that mistake. So when you click X here and it says, are you sure? Click no to go back. And then save it, okay? So do not press this green button, because if you click that green button, it will close the window and it will be gone forever. So if you close this window, changes will not be saved. Are you sure? No, I'm not sure. And then you would save and update the template right there. Okay, so yes, I am sure, but that's different. Now, here's how you send it out. Now you've got your newsletter built in. So every week, I come to marketing, I click on here, I go to mass emails. Oh yeah, mass emails. Now I go to schedule email, and from here I'm just going to click in my template now. So I'm going to type in newsletter to get my template here, and it'll come up. I'm actually going to, oh, for goodness sake. And it will come up here. Okay, there we go. So now I've got my newsletter is in here. And this is where you would edit it for the week, okay? So every week you're going to have to come in here to edit it, okay? Because this is a template now that we've got a template, but you're going to come in here every week and change things, okay? So you would change the first part, you would change the snapshot, and you would change the video. Everything else you leave, you do not touch, but you would just come in here every week, schedule mass email, change the things you want to change for that week, change the subject line. So it could be like, let's see, this was in December. So it could be, you know, Merry Christmas. Boom, very good. Now from here, I go to send to contacts with this status. I click here and I just select everyone, because everyone's getting the newsletter. No one is escaping the newsletter from me. And you might get people unsubscribing, but who cares? And then you just change the date when to send it. So it might be this date at this time, schedule it. And then from there, you can send a test to yourself so you can see what it looks like in an email. If it's good to go, you scroll down and you schedule. Now you can include your email signature too if you click on here, but then you go to schedule. And once you've done that, you'll see that now inside of your mass emails, it'll show you what is scheduled. And we're good to go. It's probably going to hit that many people. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I do not want that going out to people. But that is it. That's how you do a newsletter. So it's really simple. It's just this first part is time consuming. Now every week when you go in, it's going to be a little bit easier every week. It takes honestly, probably schedule out half an hour. And you should have everything done in half an hour after you have that first template, okay? First time round, you might need to change around your colors, make it look nice, send a bunch of tests to yourself to make sure it looks good. But once you have it looking good, every week, I send this out every single Wednesday. So every Tuesday, I go in, edit it, schedule it for Wednesday morning, and it's a done deal. Like I said at the start, newsletters are really important. People just sleep on this thing, but it really is a big, big thing that I enjoy doing, and that my clients find value from it, and I stay top of mind, which is the most important thing about this whole process. And that's how we do it. All right, there we go, guys. That is the newsletter process, how I build it out, how I do everything. You can see it takes a while to do, and it's pretty frustrating, if I'm being honest, to build it out on kvCORE. It can be super duper annoying. But once you have it there, it doesn't take that much effort just to finish up every single week. So let me know if you have any questions below. As you can see, even I make mistakes closing things down and not having them save. It can be very frustrating. So take your time. Don't rush through this thing. But once you have it up and running, I'm telling you, this is going to help your business grow with referrals, with past clients, and all that good stuff. So send it out every week on the same day, every single week for the rest of time. And hopefully you will see your business grow like I did mine. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.